So, right now, I think the Republican Party is in serious crisis. I've been asked as a remote viewer using HCRV to go down and see if I can't find some information about what's going on in the Republican Party. I can tell you that Lindsey Graham is having a really rough time. The first person that I connected with or I felt connected to that has the most to lose and feels the most distraught about the changes that are currently happening in the Republican Party is Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is sitting at a table and he is beside himself because he has created a disastrous situation for himself. The main thing I'm upset about as Lindsey Graham is the fact that all the money is getting taken from the Republican parties, the RNC. This is the big discussion of the RNC. There's only one race and one race that gets all the money, and that's the presidential race. And all other low ballot races will be having to sacrifice and possibly even raising money for the presidency. And so a lot of people are not happy about that because it could mean that down ballot races, the House of Representatives falls because of all this frenzy and chaos over Trump. Donald Trump will likely not only lose, but he will bankrupt the RNC because he wants to take all the money for himself, and that's going to cost them congressional seats, and Lindsey Graham knows this. So this is the first thing that's got me upset as Lindsey, is the Senate, and do we have any money left in the RNC budget to save the Senate? Well, you don't. Not with Laura Trump there, you don't. It's going to be a problem. Down ballot races, that's a problem. So today in Alabama, there was a 25-point shift, and in a state race, Democrat won. That is a bad omen. Now you have a third-party person coming in. Now he could be disruptive, RFK Jr., if he is appealing to, say, the Muslim community in Michigan so that he splits some of the Democratic votes. But it looks like he's going to be taking mostly, from what I've seen, conspiracy people, Tea Party people, which means that it's only going to be harming Donald Trump. It's probably only going to be slightly harming the Democratic Party, and that's because most of us are Biden loyalists. Most of us are in touch with reality. We understand what Biden has done for the country. We understand that our student loans, thank God, were forgiven. And we understand that he's building affordable housing and he's doing everything that he said he was going to do. So we're very clear about who we're voting for. And so for that reason, people who voted for Biden in 2024 will be voting for him in 2021. Is that right? 2020? We'll be voting for him again in 2024. But yeah, I feel that there is, it's interesting to be Lindsey Graham. On the one hand, I'm afraid because all the money is leaving the GOP. But the other thing that's bothering me, in addition to that, is the fact that I am genuinely afraid for my safety, and I'm afraid of Donald Trump, and I'm afraid of what he will do to me if he has the power to do so. I feel like, as Lindsey Graham, I must have given up important and vital information to Fani Willis to such an extent that now I am on Trump's hit list. And for that reason, I am walking a thin line. I want to save the House and the Senate, but I'm not necessarily totally aligned with giving the presidency to Trump because I'm afraid of what his cronies will do to me as Lindsey Graham when they get into office. So that is what it feels like to be Lindsey Graham. He wants to save the Senate and the House, and to heck with the presidency. I can work with Biden. Please don't put him back in office because his people scare me and they might hurt me. All right, so that's what it looks like. Thank you, everybody, for watching this quick video. Be sure and share, like, subscribe. And if you're trying to get in for a tarot reading or remote viewing, you can find that information below. Thank you, everyone. God bless and peace out. Bye-bye.